Is it too early to do Christmas videos? I feel like it might be a little too early, but I kind of want to.
Courtney Cox, I love you. You're so hot on that show.
Welcome to my South Park Christmas special ranking. Today we're going to go through every South Park Christmas special, all 10 of them here, not counting The Spirit of Christmas, like the short they created that like started South Park, not counting that. The specials we're going over today are Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh, It's Christmas in Canada, Merry Christmas Charlie Manson, Red Sleigh Down, Woodland Critter Christmas, A Very Crappy Christmas, Happy Holograms, Bike Parade, and Christmas Snow. I will say Bike Parade I almost didn't want to count on the list. That's like barely a Christmas special. I know it takes place in the Christmas time, and I think like Santa shows up at the end and shit like that, but it's barely a Christmas special.
Oh, you bunch of fucking... I'm getting back in my sleigh now.
I just got the Christmas Time in South Park DVD. It has all of them except for like the most recent 3 because this came out like 10 years before them. Honestly, this has the best ones on it as well. And it's just a fun, looks like a little golden book. It's just perfect. This is like the perfect pack of South Park for me. Basically, I wanted to rank all of these, and then I found out there is more Christmas specials that I just completely forgot about. So last on the list, number 10 on the list, Bike Parade. That's one I almost didn't even want to count on the list. It's about Jeff Bezos wanting to like get fulfillment centers there, and like he's like telepathically listening to them anytime someone says his name through an Alexa. His ears all perk up and stuff like that. It's a good episode. It has some funny moments, but it just isn't very Christmassy to me. I do like though that at one point he does say Alexa kill Kenny, and I thought we'd actually get to see what she does, but you just get to see like his casket at the end. I like a lot of the stuff in this, like the kids getting stuff for their bikes and Butter's bike being like a big peacock, like his bike looking like really cool. I really like that. But just like not enough. I need the whole episode to be Christmas themed for a good Christmas episode, you know? So unfortunately that makes this one number 10. But I do like it. This isn't a bad episode.
Come on, I'm actually pissed off now.
All right, that brings us to number 9 on the list. Number 9 I have is Happy Holograms. This is a weird episode. It's about them making holograms of celebrities and bringing them back. It does have a really good running joke. Tupac's like a Terminator. Every time he shows up, he's just like walks into a place and they play the Terminator music. But there's a really funny joke of every time someone's trying to explain where Tupac just walked in from or whatever, they're like, a black guy walked into a bar, or a black guy walked into a police station, or a black guy walked into whatever, and the cops are like, yeah, and?
Black guy walked into the police station. Uh-huh. Well, a black guy walked into the police station. Yeah, wait, Mitchell, listen to this one. Start over. What's the setup?
It's so stupid, and it goes on and on and on, but those parts kill me.
Stop!
Kind of like Bike Parade. This one, it just has its little moments of being a Christmas special, but I want more. There are some good moments, though, with Cartman in this. He's commentating the whole thing like a PewDiePie kind of thing. It's like his spin on PewDiePie.
Look at Kyle Browse, he's all pissed off. Come on, bro!
There's a whole Christmas special for the holograms. It's called the Washington Redskins Go Fuck Yourself Holiday Special, which... That's a pretty good name. This is the episode where it's probably in more, but you know, they talk about Randy being Lord in this, which is a good bit.
Shelly, I'm Lord. All the music you've really been into has been me. Nobody in the family knew except for your mother and your brother and your grandpa. But Michael Jackson's hologram is here and we're going to set the record straight, okay? Love you.
I liked this one. This was a good episode, but if I'm looking for a Christmas one of South Park, this is not the one I'm going to. Plus, I liked Cartman at the end, like taking over commentary for like everybody and just popping up in their living rooms and stuff like that. But I do feel like it was just kind of messy the way it ended. Like transitioning over, like they believe in PewDiePie, he pops up and all that. It was a little weird. It got a little awkward then, kind of. All right, and number 8 is gonna be Christmas Snow. This is a Randy, like, Tegrity Farms special. He gets to make a Christmas special.
You want me to do a Christmas special?
You learn this later on, but Santa ends up getting alcohol banned in the town because there's too much drunk driving going on and too many accidents, so he gets that banned and all the parents get depressed. So now they go to Randy to get weed, and then they start driving and have a good Christmas spirit again and crashing into things, and Santa sees that, so then he gets weed banned. But like a little side note is on top of the weed, they had a little sprinkle of cocaine on there to make it Christmas Snow. And to even make that work, Randy had to go do a whole thing to get cocaine legalized, and then finally after all that, then weed gets banned because of Santa. Now he's just selling Integrity cocaine. I believe it's like marijuana list cocaine or marijuana list Christmas Snow. is what it says. The whole episode leads to Santa and Jesus doing blow in the woods with Randy and end up really liking his Christmas special, his snow, which is pretty fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, this is definitely one of their better modern Christmas specials that they've done, which I'm kind of iffy on any of the Tegrity Farm storylines. Sometimes I really like it, and then sometimes I'm just kind of like over it, but I liked this one. I thought this one was pretty good. I also like Tally going door to door, like selling weed to people. I also like Santa like sneaking in people's houses, like as he was getting the weed or the alcohol banned or whatever. he's like sneaking in. They're kind of like the Grinch and stealing everybody's like alcohol and weed. It's also kind of disappointing. I feel like in the recent ones, there's no Mr. Hanky cameos. They always have Santa, they always have Jesus, but no Mr. Hanky. I miss me some Mr. Hanky. But alright, to be honest, those are the 3 that like I wasn't even originally gonna add on to the list. I was gonna do the original 7 that was on that DVD that I brought up. So here's where my list actually starts. Every episode here I love it was actually kind of hard to put these in order. That being said, number 7 is Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson!
For this episode, the boys end up going over to Cartman's family. They're visiting his grandparents and like his aunt and uncle, and a whole bunch of Cartmans are there. But while they're there, his uncle ends up breaking out of prison, and his cellmate was Charlie Manson, so they end up hanging out a bunch. The little absurd things that South Park does like this, like having the boys go to the mall to see Mr. Hanky at the mall, and Charlie Manson brings them there. While they're in the mall, Charlie Manson gets his tattoo from a swastika changed to a smiley face. His whole storyline, and he's watching Christmas specials the whole time, and like he ends up like changing his personality. That's a fun one. It's a big nostalgic episode for me. I've seen that episode a lot, but I love that one. All right, though, that makes us up to number 6. Now we're on to Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
Santa Claus is on his way, he's loaded goodies on his sled. Drop him off on Christmas Day, and I'll say howdy ho!
I believe this is the very first Christmas special, other than The Spirit of Christmas. Kyle ends up bringing up Mr. Hanky. No one believes him.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh, he loves me and I love you. Christmas Pooh.
It's a little bit like the frog dancing in Looney Tunes, and then, you know, it just turns back into like a normal frog afterwards. Anytime he tries to bring him up, he's just a piece of poo, but it all leads to everybody needing to believe in Mr. Hanky, and I think by the end, it's like, I think it's Chef that's like, he's like, oh, Mr. Hanky? And then that changes everybody to be like, oh, he is real. Parents are fighting and all this shit, so then Mr. Hanky ends up doing a Christmas miracle and making everything happy. This is a fun one, though. This is just another one of like early days South Park like shenanigans of like, oh, what if we just made a holiday special where the holiday hero was a piece of shit, and it works. It is pretty fucked up though. Like they end up making Kyle, he puts himself in an insane asylum, or maybe his friends put him in an insane asylum. Either way, he ends up in an insane asylum. And at the end, they're all singing to him out the window and shit, and then he ends up being freed, but fucking crazy. I like this one too because Kenny doesn't even die at the end of this one. At the end, they give their little message, you know, every episode ends with them, like the lesson they learned and a heartfelt speech. And then they're kind of like, but what? We're missing something. And then Kenny is like, woohoo, that he survived. That's fun. I always like when they do something like that. I think that's the only Christmas special that Kenny doesn't die in. Also, probably the best part of this episode is the Mr. Hanky Kids Toy ad. I love that ad. I always love it when they have little live action ads in here. It's great.
I wish Daddy was still alive.
I know it's kind of crazy. I've watched so many of these Christmas specials lately. A lot of these are blending together. Actually, too, and it was a big surprise to me, I believe this is the first time we get Cartman singing Kyle's Mom's a Bitch. It's like a little bit different, too, than it is in the movie, but I liked that. That was pretty fun. I didn't remember that they did that this early.
Monday she's a bitch, on Tuesday she's a bitch, and Wednesday to Saturday she's a bitch. Then on Sunday just to be different she's a super king, may I be that.
All right, now on to number 5. We got Red Sleigh Down.
Oh no, not Santa's balls!
For this one, Cartman needs to do a whole bunch of good deeds. He's with Kyle, too, or Kyle's cousin, you know, whatever you want to call him. They're hanging out together, and Cartman is figuring out how many good deeds he needs to do to make it onto the nice list.
This year you're gonna owe Santa 306 presents. What?
I think the biggest thing he can think of is to bring Christmas to Iraq, and that'll be his good enough deed. But he does that, they end up shooting down Santa, and a whole bunch of shenanigans ensues. I really love, though, at the end, where after everything, they end up, like, escaping. You know, Santa gets his sleigh back, the boys help him, all this stuff. They're bombing Iraq, but the bombs turn into Christmas decorations, and, like, they're decorating all of Iraq in Christmas decorations. We do get some good Mr. Hanky in this, too. The kids use his poo train, and they get there to help Santa.
All aboard the Poochoo Express!
Wow! Ooh, that smells.
Yeah.
And then we also get, we get a good appearance from the Underpants Gnomes, and you learn that they help out Santa in the off-season. Also, the side storyline in this episode, it's funny, but like I don't really care about it, is Jimmy is like, the whole town is waiting to light the Christmas tree, and they let Jimmy sing his favorite Christmas song, and as he starts, you know, how Jimmy talks, it just takes the entire episode for him to finish singing.
Fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
I believe this is the first appearance of Kenny just coming back into the show since he was like dead on it, you know? So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, this is a fun one. This is what I'm talking about when I'm like, I need it to be like Christmassy. This is a very Christmas episode. All right, so number 4 now on the list is gonna be It's Christmas in Canada. Fuck, this one was kind of sad in the beginning.
Peter, you must come with Mommy and Daddy.
No, 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 no.
And Ike's parents come back. I think they name him Peter, and they just end up having to take him back to Canada because of some new law by a new mysterious figure in Canada. There's new laws that are having, and they end up meeting like new people along the way as they travel to Canada that are affected by these new laws. But so by the end of the episode, which I love that this whole thing is kind of like a Wizard of Oz parody. When they get to Canada, and that's like the Munchkins, and instead of following the Yellow Brick Road, they follow the one road. But they get all the way to the wizard, you know, and it ends up being Osama bin Laden. He's back. That was fun. I completely forgot that happened until rewatching it. I did not expect that at the end. Well, some of my favorite things in all these Christmas specials are like the songs. Anytime we get like an original song in here, anything like that, I love that.
There's no Canada like French Canada. It's the best Canada in the land.
My number 3 is A Very Crappy Christmas, and this is where the boys end up making A Spirit of Christmas. And I even love Stan doing little impressions of Cartman.
Yeah, you guys, seriously. I'm so fat. Help me out over here.
Cool.
But we get a lot of Mr. Hanky in this episode. You get to meet Mr. Hanky's wife. You get to meet Mr. Hanky's kids. His wife's always trying to take her tits out.
You want to bet me I won't take off my clothes and run naked through this parking lot?
Like the most fun in this episode is any of the bits with Mr. Hanky and any of the bits of them like making A Spirit of Christmas. And then like they get all the cutouts from Butters, and Butters has the one of himself when he wants to play with the doll.
Oh, hey there, good looking. What's your name? Butters, ma'am. Well, Butters, would you like to slap my titties around? Oh, well, no thanks, ma'am. I'll get in trouble again.
By the time that they show what they're making to the town, it's literally just A Spirit of Christmas, the short that Trey and Matt made. But even like the whole point of them making that was like to like re-get the town to have the Spirit of Christmas. So they're like, oh, if we made like the perfect Christmas special, it'll make everybody happy, and it'll spread joy through the town.
We're gonna make a short animated Christmas card that everyone can watch and play it on the screen at the old drive-in.
It'll have everything. Jesus, Santa, and when people see it, they'll just have to get in the spirit. All we need is $300 for our budget.
All right, we're on to the second to last one. Number 2 is Woodland Critter Christmas. I almost made this one number 1. My number 1 is my number 1 for a reason, but this was so good. I'm actually not sure if I saw this one until watching this whole list, which is fucking crazy. I had to have at some point, but I don't know.
I'm not a heathen. I was baptized and my family's Christian.
But we got to have a human host body for the Antichrist.
This whole episode is just a story Cartman's telling the class, but you find out like towards the end. But I love it. It's Stan, the boy in the red poofball hat, and he just stumbles upon these little Christmas critters. But you know, they're the animals, all shapes and sizes, all little fun creatures. Looks like something like out of Rudolph or something like that. And like at first it seems cute, and he's like hanging out with them, but he's kind of annoyed by it. And there's a whole narrator the whole time. But there's a mountain lion that ends up like coming up to them, and he's trying to kill them and eat them. So eventually Stan comes up the plan. He climbs up the mountain. It looks very Grinch-like, and tricks the mountain lion into like trying to attack him, but it falls off the mountain, kind of like Lion King, and it falls and dies. And then 3 little baby mountain lions come out, and he's like, oh fuck, and you realize that was the mom mountain lion. And then this is when things start to turn, and the woodland critters are evil, and it was all because the mountain lion was trying to stop them from birthing the Antichrist. So because of all that happens, they end up actually birthing the Antichrist. Kyle gets involved. He wants the Antichrist in him after the woodland critters kidnap him, and it gets fucking crazy. This is such a fun Christmas special. I really like this episode. Out of the ones that are just stories, this is my number 1, but my actual number 1 is Mr. Hanky's Christmas Classics, which is just all their Christmas songs. This will probably be one I watch every Christmas for sure now. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot the best part is when Stan had to take the 3 little mountain lions and teach them to do abortions. So then by the end of the episode, they do an abortion to Kyle's ass. If the episode didn't sell you before that, that's gotta sell you on the episode, right? But all right, that leads us to my number 1 here, Mr. Hanky's Christmas Classics, like I just spoiled a minute ago.
And if you don't like it, well, I guess you can suck my tiny little balls.
This is my number 1 for just big nostalgia reasons. I used to listen to the CD of this constantly. I'd watch the special, or I'd had a little like clip-in DVD of this that I would watch even if it wasn't Christmas. For one, just the dude saying fighting the Frizzies at 11, him constantly like interrupting the special with a little like news bulletin like that is like burned into my head.
Fighting the Frizzies at 11.
But so the songs, I'm just going to name off all the songs here because I love them all. And I'm going to name them for you. We got Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo.
I can make a Mr. Hanky too.
Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel.
I have a little cradle, dreidel, I made it out of clay.
O Tannenbaum, performed by Adolf Hitler. I have to mention that. Christmas Time in Hell, which is one of the best songs.
It's Christmas time in hell.
Carol of the Bells, which is also one of the best songs. Oh Holy Night, sung by Eric Cartman. Merry Fucking Christmas by Mr. Garrison.
In case you haven't noticed, it's Jesus' birthday. So get off your heathen Hindu ass and fucking celebrate.
I Saw Three Ships by Shelley. That's one of my favorite bits of all time. When she kills them by the end of it.
And two of the troops on Christmas Day in the morning!
And then there's a Christmas melody performed by Jesus and Santa, where they're at like a club and they sing a bunch of songs back and forth to each other. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I do want to mention, though, if you have the Christmas album, or even just go up on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, and you look up Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics, there's a song on there called The Most Offensive Song Ever, sung by Kenny and Mr. Hankey, and I love that song. I highly, highly, highly suggest you go listen to it and have the lyrics up as well. That's got to be the best song in this whole thing, and it's not even in the special. Like, when I think of South Park Christmas specials, I always think of Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics. That's like my number one. But yeah, that's every single South Park Christmas special. Hopefully we have more to come, and maybe in a couple years I can make another one of these with all the new Christmas specials that they've made, but it does kind of seem like that time has slowed down. Thanks for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please comment down below your ranking for South Park Christmas specials. We'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye, everybody.